Hey, what's up, everyone? It's day 15. It's a Monday. We're rocking and rolling, so let's go ahead and dive in and see what we got going today.
Hey, Savages, day 15, guys. We are rocking and rolling. We got to do our outreach, got to do our value posts, which is great. Like, let's see here. Let me see if I can show you guys a little bit what we did. Do we have some traction on some all different types of posts? As you guys just remember, not only are we doing our outreach, but we're also like finding, groups are popping up. Started my own excavation company and wondering, what do you do first to get business? I'm like, boom, I got you, dude. You know what I mean? Got 2 likes, generate a little bit of conversation, you know what I mean? So I'm probably going to go back in and reply to some of these too, because I did. But just remember, like, this is a every single day thing, guys. Like, we have lots of really, really cool stuff in the pipeline, which you'll kind of see that in the next, few days of closing some different things and finding some people that need some different things. And, we're just kind of going at it a little bit different attitude. We're just saying, like, dude, what do you know? Like, are you struggling with anything in your business? Like, can we help you out? Like, I do several different things, you know what I mean? And so we're just kind of going at it just of a different angle. But sparking up conversations, right? We're having DMs for different things. I'm having people reach out. Hey, what's up, brother? Like, just different people reaching out, which is super cool. Even Julian was asking about Google Business Profile, like how to set it up correctly. So I'm just dropping her some knowledge and then finding out some information about her business, right? And I'm not trying to be like too salesy. Like, I've asked enough questions, like, how do you currently do business now? That's a great way. Like, hey, have you ever thought of, she does, for example, she said, I have a service business helping seniors either with their bills or financial documents. So I was like, dude, that's a great idea. Like, my grandma's in assisted living. I was like, do you have a way of marketing to assisted living facilities? She's like, oh, I get to do a various ways, but mostly referrals. So, this is something that, like, dude, I'm going to hit her up probably tomorrow because it's a little bit late. I'm going to say, hey, like, let's hop on a call or something. Like, hey, is there any way that I can help you grow your business? I do lots of different things. So you guys, we're just in the weeds, right? We're in the weeds. We're doing the same things. I know it's redundant over and over and over and over and over, but that's okay. Like, I'm popping the value post. Whoops, that one's from an old one. Where's my value post at? Let's see here. We're on, I think we're on 6. No, we're on this one. Let's see here. I got my big old list, right? And we're constantly adding to it. Oh, this one's pending. That's okay. There's some of them that are pending. Let's see what this one is. OKC metro area small business. This one got posted, I think. Where is it at? Maybe it didn't. It's here somewhere. Oh, this one's pending. Not that one. Contractor network. Did they approve my post? We just posted a bunch of these, just a little bit. This one's still pending. So, guys, this is going to happen, like, we're not going to get into every single group every single time. Is this one pending? This one's pending too. It's funny, dude. But, dude, it's all good. Like, we're doing the work. Let's see here. Is this one going to show? I'm trying to show you guys and we're doing the same value post. Remember, guys, it doesn't take very long to go out and bust out the big value post. Boom. Oh. Where's my value posts? Search my name. Dude, first, maybe I just got into this group. Maybe they just let me in. So I just want you guys, let's see here. Arkansas small business. We still haven't been posted in there. Let's see if we got into this one then. As you can see, guys, it's just a grind every day, but it's fine. It's not a big deal. This one's still waiting to be approved. I just posted these just a little bit ago. Some of these groups, guys, are strict. That's just how it is, but that's okay. And then obviously we're hopping in a bunch more groups as well. So it's not a big deal at all. We're just still plugging along. We're putting together some things, some offers, gathering some information. I know Cade's going to talk a little bit about that later. And Dude, we're just plugging along. Like, we're doing the right things. We're on day 15. It's amazing what we've done in just, a little over 2 weeks. I told you guys I'm in the middle of moving. Stuff's crazy. We're still taking care of our other business as well. So it's a madhouse. But, again, if you guys are doing this do this part time. Like, you can kick butt doing this. Like, even if we end up at like a couple $1,000s a month, I'm going to be pumped. By the end of the 30 days, I'll be honest with you, we're probably not. We're probably going to overshoot it big time. But just know that, like, I didn't start out this way. Like, obviously, we guys are showing you guys from scratch, which is fantastic. But I didn't start out this way and I'm not even that good at it. Let's be real honest. I'm not even that good. If you're looking at me going, man, this guy's not even that good. Yeah, it's true, guys. I'm not even that good. But we know how to do this. Like, we know how to make some money and all this stuff. But we're just showing you guys from scratch. Also, pay attention. We're going to be dropping some cool tools for you guys just over the next 2 weeks that we haven't used yet, but I'm going to show you guys how to use them and how you can basically just kind of get more leads and all that stuff. So we're still grinding this out. We've got a lot of good feedback. We've got a lot of people interested, lots of DMs in play, right? So just know that, hey, it compounds and compounds and compounds. So guys, day 15, we're kicking some butt. Let's go, baby. We guys will talk soon. Let's keep rocking and rolling.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's day 15. So for me today, really just more so had a follow-up call with a customer that we were kind of deep diving into some of the tech side of their current website, and then also mapping out some tech stuff for a bunch of paper documents that they have to get that stuff you know basically imported into their system. So we have a lot of different things going, but for me today, that was more so what was on my plate here is just making sure that we were planning out and kind of getting a really good idea of what this customer needed. So that way we can have it fully mapped out and then come back to them here. The plan is hopefully by Wednesday of this week, we'll have a really clear picture of everything and then present them with an offer for us to come in and do the work. So far, things have been going really well. I know this customer needs a lot of help, and TJ has already solved some of their problems, which has led them into these additional conversations where now we're starting to dive into more tech side background, which is why I'm jumping on those calls, so that I can kind of get a really good understanding of what they need, so that I know what we need to build. And so we should hopefully have a proposal for them here by Wednesday and then look at moving forward. So super excited about this one, especially just because I know this customer needs a lot of help, and they've been super grateful even just for the help that we provided them so far. With what TJ did almost 2 weeks ago now, I think, just getting on a call with them, helping them solve some really simple things, and now it's led into more and more conversations. And now there's some bigger problems they're having that we're going to be able to solve. And so it's just which pieces of those puzzles we got to solve first for them, and what's the biggest pain point that they're having right now. Which we know that we're working through it. We finalized some information today, and now getting them priced together. So for me, that's really been my side. Also, too, checked in on some of our other customers, like our case study customers, seeing where they're at with the reviews. One of them, their first round of messages went all the way out. Another one still has a bunch of customers. They had a pretty big list, I think around like 3,500 people. So it's still running through that. Just the first email here. And then within, I think, like another day or two, then round 2 of emails will go out. So we can see if we can't hit a few of those other people that didn't see the first one and really work to get them a few more reviews. But I know TJ is going to be working to line up a call with one of them for sure that we've already had a few reviews come through for. So I know he's going to be working on lining up a call with them here this week to, one, get that testimonial, but then also to present them and talk with them about some of the other stuff that they were interested in, such as like ads, SEO, even possibly building out like a full automated system, because they really don't have anything system-wise, CRM-wise, that they're using right now. So he's going to be doing that here and lining that call up probably here within the next day or two. So it's been a good Monday. Lots of stuff rocking and rolling. We're still moving things forward, doing the things that we got to do. So Not a lot to show you here from my side, but just a quick update and report. And so that's it for today. So we'll see you in the end of day report.
Hey, what's up, guys? Ending day 15, another killer day, as always. And really, what it is, guys, it's just showing, it's kind of what I talked about even yesterday, too. And even what I talked about earlier today is, you know, things are just compounding, right? We're getting a lot of DMs from some different people, some people that I know, some people that I don't know. We're generating some conversations from some different threads in the groups and everything. Also, like, and Kate will just share with you, as you've seen, like some different meetings that he's having from some things that are stacking, right? And so it's crazy what we can achieve in just like a 2 week period of really getting out there, getting our name out there, and getting people just curious about I guess just what we're doing, but also giving them good information and helping solve their problems. Like, I know we talked about, did we talk about that? I think we talked about that yesterday as far as like, dude, just helping people, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just helping people solve a little problem is that they're going to remember that so much more. So, as you guys can see, like obviously today was like a lot of follow up, a lot more posting in groups, and responding to a lot of comments. I told you there's a couple groups in there that we've been really like Cameron. There's a lot of people asking the same questions over and over and over. And that's a really good opportunity for us to just add tons of value and ask some questions about their business and, you know, slide it over into a DM somehow. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Even if you don't know how to do that right now, that's okay. What you do need to do is just be practicing that, right? Practice. Hey, what's going to be like my transition period or whatever? You know, when you're like, you can say something and it's like, dude, let me DM you all this information or something like that. And then it turns into a DM and you can start asking some questions and this and that. And they tend to ask questions about what you do too, which is great.
Mm-hmm.
So, again, I think just the posting and all that stuff, getting people curious. We're getting more TMs, and we're DMing quite a few people on the regular right now, which is huge. So,
Right.
man, we're just going to continue that pace. We've got some more things in the pipeline, which is fantastic. So we're just kind of stacking that stuff up. So, man, just pumped to get through this Monday. And as you guys, I'm going to talk about a lot this week. I'm moving, guys. I have to drive halfway across the country this week. Doesn't matter. We're still going to get some stuff done. We're still going to get some more deals in the pipeline and all that stuff. So I'm just pumped.
Yep.
Rock and roll.
Yeah. So it's busy. There's a lot going on. Today was packed with meetings. I did a follow up with a customer that TJ brought to us. You know, he brought in, but you know, we're dealing with some of the technical stuff on the back end. Um, you know, I was learning some of their ins and outs behind the scenes of their business, so that we could look at putting together, you know, some proposal stuff for them on, you know, what we need to do to go help them out. And on top of that, too, you know, like mentioned yesterday, our case study customers have already started seeing some results with their reviews. And so, you know, we should be able to go to them here this week and ask for the testimonial, and then start looking at diving into some of those other things that they were interested in as well. So there's a lot kicking up. Um, you know, obviously I know TJ's in the groups working it every day, and like, I'm sure you guys are watching this, you're like, man, these guys are just doing the same stuff over and over. And I know we talk about it over and over, but man, it's the repetition, it's the repetition, it's the repetition, right? Over and over. That's what practice in sports and music and anything that you've ever been involved in your life, like even video games, right? The more you practice and do something, the better you get. The more you practice in sports, the better you get. The more you practice in theater or choir or orchestra or playing the guitar, whatever that might be, right? You get better. Well, business is the same. Sales is the same. Doing outreach is the same. The more you do it, the more repetitions. And that's why the faster you do it, the faster you get through those repetitions. And so, yes, does it look boring? Of course. Well, you know what? Practice was kind of boring too. You know, even through high school, playing sports, being involved with music and different things, did the same thing over and over and over, day after day after day at practice, right? But it's what got you better. It's how you learned. It's the repetitions. It's doing it over and over and over. So I know you guys are seeing this. You're like, man, they're not doing anything like that looks, you know, maybe world changing, you know, or it might, you know, like it's probably not like, wow, this is mind shattering, but Uh, what we're doing is obviously working, and it's pushing us down the road of, we got, again, I know we haven't necessarily had a ton of money generated yet, but we got a lot of really good stuff that's about to come through. And I'm very confident we're going to close some of these deals that are going to end up being some larger deals. So it's coming. It might be at the very end, but we're working them, right. We're working the deals. We're solving problems and showing people how we can do it for them. And now we just got to put together the price of what we're going to charge them to solve those problems. So
Yeah, man, it's and you guys don't get too discouraged. Like obviously we pretty get excited about helping some people and adding some value and doing all that stuff. And some of these things can turn into big, big high monthly recurring revenue. But guys,
mhm,
also some of them cannot. Okay, so I don't want you to get discouraged. Like when somebody's just like, "Man, no, I can't do that. I can't afford that," or whatever it is. It's like,
right.
and obviously use a little bit of sales. That's why we record our meetings. Is that way we can go back and figure out how we can get better. Like how can we overcome that objection? Like, hey, you told me this, you told me this, you told me this. Like your business is not doing good. This is something like we have to implement if you're going to do more business, right? And
Hmm.
everybody's different, every situation is different, but you guys want to learn those techniques. So obviously it's fun to get excited about certain deals and all that stuff, but the deal isn't done until the money hits the account. You know
Yep.
what I mean? So
Exactly.
we're pretty immune to that. Like when I say immune to that is, most of the time when you're doing this type of stuff, guys, we're not really having to sell too much. And when I say sell, like really just overcome objections, and we try to get them in even just a light little piece, something small, right? Just something
Hmm.
tiny, just so we can start business with them. And then as we kind of ramp up, like, oh man, they're proving that they're kicking butt, then we can start talking about bigger and better things, which, man, I'm very confident that's where we're headed. Once we get some testimonials, get that on the page, get some more money flowing, then
Hmm.
we're, probably start running some ads or something like that.
Yep.
So I think it's great. It's totally great, guys. And we're kind of, I hate to say we're kind of doing this part time, if you will, ish. You know what I mean? We're still doing this around everything that's going on, all that stuff. But it's we put some hours into it every single day.
For
We
sure.
really, really do. Even though we're not showing everything, there's
Right.
still I mean, even when I'm walking around the house carrying boxes, I'm like, oh shoot, I got some message on my phone. You know what I mean? I know I'm
Yep.
not recording that for you guys, but that doesn't matter. I try to pull up and show you guys like my DMs and stuff like that too. So
Well, and more importantly, I think the main thing is that what we're wanting to showcase you guys too is that we're staying consistent with the amount of, outreach and stuff that's happening on a daily basis. Like, um, I talked with someone the other day that was, we were going back and forth, and they were talking about how they are struggling to get people to take them up on their offers. And they've even struggled with getting some people to take them up on like free offers in return for testimonials. Well, start talking to them, and I'm asking them, well, how many messages are you sending a day? How many people are you reaching out to a day? Like what is your message, right? And so come to find out, they're only maybe sending like maybe 10 to 20 messages a day, maybe, right? They said they tried some cold calling and stuff, but the reality of it is it's a numbers game, and you got to go through a lot more people than what you think or expect. Like you're seeing TJ, it is a minimum of 100 a day between all the different touch points that we have on the list for him to do an outreach, and that's between making 10 value posts to, commenting on 10 posts to doing, X amount of engagements with business pages and DMs. So like he knows that every day he has 100 that he's got to hit. And even though it might be spread across different channels, I mean, technically we're doing all Facebook, but it's technically different channels within Facebook, right? It's spread across doing value posts. It's spread across leaving value in comments and helping answer questions to spark conversation. It's going and interacting with business pages, DMs, different things like that. So ultimately, if this person over here is only doing 10 to 20 a day, while you got someone like TJ doing 100 a day, who's going to win? TJ's going to win because he's putting out way more than what person A is, right? So output is important, right? The more you put in, the more you're going to get out, right? And so you got to keep that in mind too, that like, well, if you're sitting there saying, oh, well, I don't have time to do that much, well, then I would say you need to figure out a better system. If you're trying to cold call 100 people a day, I understand that's going to take time because cold calling just takes longer unless you have some type of dialer system, that can ring like 3, 4, 5 people at a time, try and get you on the phone. But there's so many methods out there. You can set up a cold email outreach machine, through automations. I know there's systems geared for it, like Instantly is one of those platforms geared specifically for cold outreach. But if you don't have the means to pay for it, just go set up an automation using Zapier or Innate or something, right? And have it drip off 30 company emails per day, right? It doesn't have to be a ton. Granted, you don't want to do a ton when you're doing cold. You want to limit that usually to around like 30 per inbox. But think about it, like if you can go just in the evenings or in the mornings, go find 20, 30 businesses that you can pull an email from their website, put it in a spreadsheet, have your automations, scan that spreadsheet every morning for the next 30 in line or whatever, drip it into your campaign, mark them as sent, like now you have an automated machine that's running some stuff for you while you're at work or doing your thing. And that, again, now you have 30 touch points there. And then what you can do is then come back at the end of the day and then go shoot every single one of those people you popped an email to the day prior. Go send them a Facebook message now. Say, hey, I'm not sure if I sent you over an email the other day. Not sure if you got it. And granted, I'm being very generic in what I'm saying, like to send them, right? Like we have, as you're seeing with TJ's kind of showing you how we're being specific on that side, but it's your input. You got to put more in to get more out and, learn, if you're struggling with getting people in, go watch some cold email or cold DM YouTube training videos. Like there's so many out there that you can pick up on some different things and then just go test it, right? You got to try, you got to test it, see what's going to work for you because, and I don't know, I think we maybe talked about this the other few days ago, maybe, but TJ sells differently than I sell, right? We have there's a lot of commonalities maybe in like the framework and how we go about it, but the reality is TJ sells differently than I sell. It's not the same, right? I have my demeanor that like matches me and how I feel authentic when I'm having conversations, and TJ has that for him. And so our goal is just always to be as authentic as we can to ourselves when we're having that conversation so that person on the other end feels that same authenticity. And then we just try to figure out how can we solve their problem and then how can we get paid for it. Simple as that. And the problem that we solve, what we're charging for them, does the problem we solve create greater value than what they're paying us for? Simple as that, Inputs.
Yeah. It's over and over and over. But, I don't think, the other thing too, just talking about trying different things. I think this is, it's something that you guys, that's why we're doing a 30 days, right? And even if we end it let's just say we end it like $2,000, right? Let's just say we end at $2,000, guys. That's pretty good, right? In 30 days, $2,000 to add to, to your monthly MRR. That doesn't include what you're going to do the next 30 days and then the next 30 days. And so
that will only compound as well.
About, like, I don't want you guys to get discouraged. Like, man, they got a couple of GHL guys in here that's freaking, they know everything and they're kind of doing it. Like, no, we're doing it from the base, guys. And we do know a few different things. But just think about like, okay, cool. If I continue to do what these guys are doing over the next 90 days, like, dude, your life can totally change. You can start making 6 figures. You know what I mean? You'll have systems and processes. You'll be way better. You'll have a little bit more time freedom. There's things that can happen. And even if it's something that you still continue to do part-time, you have a full-time career that you're plugged into, that's fine. Figure out what you want. I've talked about this a few times. It's like, hey, figure out what you want to do with the extra money, and that's really what this is. It's like who you're doing it for, right? We're obviously we're doing this for you guys, and obviously we like making a little bit of money. We have families to take care of and all that stuff too. But it's fun to see what's possible, right? Like the real stuff. Like, hey, what does it take every single day to make this stuff happen? So,
right. And we're trying to show you guys too, like what it takes when you don't necessarily have all the time in the world to put into it. Like, I had meetings with a lot of my other businesses and business partners this morning throughout the day, so I can't say like now I gotta go catch up on all my stuff with what we have here, even though I met with one of our potential customers today and it was a great call. Um, but I haven't even necessarily had a chance to do everything I need to today. Like I still need to go check in on um, our case study clients, see if any more reviews came through. I need to check in on, um, I still need to check in on our paying customer and see where we're at with, you know, his stuff and setup. I need to go through the checklist we have for him and see what else we got to get done. Cause I know we're still working on his, I haven't fully finished his website. Right. Um, but yeah, I got to check in on some stuff on the back end with onboarding, making sure those customers are good. So that way, one, we can go get our testimonials this week and start asking for some referrals or start looking to get them on board with some, marketing or AI build outs or system, whatever we can do to help them, that in turn they're willing to part ways with some money to have us do it for them. So
For sure.
that's it.
Cool, guys. Day 15 wrapping up.
In the books. See you
Let's
for
go.
day 16, everyone.
See you guys tomorrow.
Later.
Peace.